So Kamala Harris has become the greatest gift the Republican Party could ask for in 2025, thanks to her campaign, her tour about her 107 days of presidential campaign. Absolutely insane. She's saying the quiet part out loud about Biden's absolute lack of capacity of running the country. Kamala Harris says Biden couldn't run again, but could definitely still run the country for another 4 years. Yeah, I am not making this up. My concern about him running for re-election was completely separate from his capacity to serve. And you're going to listen to her words, in which she's essentially saying that, oh yeah, running the country is, it's basically no big deal, but running for an election, a campaign, that is actually hard work. So yeah, trying to become president of the United States is orders of magnitude more difficult than actually being president of the United States, according to Kamala Harris. And well, it is not a surprise before we watch the clip of she saying this insane stuff that, Trump has just updated the Presidential Walk of Fame, and there's all nice pictures of presidents. There's Jimmy Carter in there, Ronald Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush again, and Obama, Trump. And in the place of Biden, he made sure this is next level trolling. I mean, I have to say, I love Donald Trump for doing this. I think this is just great. The autopan. A picture of the autopan. This is just legendary. These levels of trolling are legendary. I want to be like half a troll that Donald Trump is when I grow up. So, well, this is the clip from Kamala saying all this insanity. Here it goes.
My concern about him running for re-election was completely separate from my admiration and knowledge about his capacity to serve as president of the United States, which was consistent and never wavered.
Well, when we sit here, as we sit here today, do you think he would have been up for running the country for 4 more years?
Here's the distinction.
There's already stumbling. Let me make myself clear about this. There's a distinction that I make.
It's and having had the experience myself. It is one thing to have the capacity to govern.
That neither you or Biden had. That's has to be said.
It is another thing to go through an election for president of the United States. So you are an athlete. You may appreciate this kind of metaphor. Running for president of the United States is like being in a marathon at a sprinter's pace with people throwing tomatoes at you every step you take. It is not for the lighthearted. It takes an incredible amount of endurance and stamina.
All right. So effectively, is that more difficult than being the president? But she tries to maybe her brain glitched for a minute, broke out from the Hennessy stupor and said, I'm just making things even messier, so I should fix this in some way. And then she says this.
And can you imagine doing it while you are also carrying literally the weight of the world as being president of the United States? So the distinction I make is about capacity to be president and what that election would require in that campaign, especially running against Donald Trump.
I am no specialist in what it takes to be president for two terms, right? But the idea is that if you are doing great with the economy, if you are doing great with the country, if you are doing well, if you are so awesome in your first term and you have the numbers for it, you are recovering, from whatever happened during the pandemic. You are I don't know, the jobs, maybe the borders are secure. That would be great as well. Maybe cities are safer because of policies. Maybe you know how to navigate the ins and out of making a country great. Maybe that makes that campaign easier. But what Kamala Harris is basically projecting here is that, yeah, indeed, the campaign was so hard for her because she is literally a DEI hire. And in the case of Biden, he essentially was not there. The guy was not there. It is sad. Okay, all the Bidens are criminals, but it is sad. Okay, and dangerous that a guy with dementia was had access to the nuclear codes. So she is basically telling her own story. Oh, it is so difficult. Yeah, it is so difficult because people ask you questions such as, why are you promising things that you could have done when you were VP? You could do it right now. And Donald Trump is like he confirmed that it's something that you could do at any point. So people are realizing, so many people, I'm saying that there are people on the left that are beyond saving. But so many people have noticed that both Biden and Kamala lied, and lied a lot about what they claimed they were doing. And now Kamala is doubling down with her book because, again, I don't think she has any sort of political future. I don't think that she's going to, well, she already confirmed that she's not going to run for governor of California. And I don't think that she's going to withstand the punishment of another campaign. She's not going to run in 2028 with a heavy heart. I'm saying this. I would really wish for Kamala Harris to give it a shot. Maybe, who knows? Maybe you can get one delegate, just one. That would be a huge improvement. That would be infinitely higher than before. But no, really, this is the problem. She's trying to defend the indefensible, and meanwhile, Trump is trolling everyone involved in this. And the good thing is that there are people who have voted a Democrat for a long time, people who might have hated Donald Trump up until very recently. It helps that we have debunked so many hoaxes about Donald Trump, such as the Very Fine People hoax and other hoaxes that we debunked. And they have realized that, all right, the Democrats have been lying for how long? And so many people watching Charlie Kirk's videos, and all right, they have been lying about Charlie Kirk as well. So this pattern is repeating. So it's great that they are moving a bit to the center and considering that, all right, maybe if there's a more moderate candidate and the conservatives, maybe not Donald Trump, maybe they don't like Donald Trump still. Maybe they agree on some things, disagree on a lot of things. What if people begin waking up like this? What if Kamala Harris actually becomes, not only thanks to her campaign, but her book and her tour, like the conservatives' best weapon against Democrats in the midterms? Now, we already know that the tragedy of Charlie Kirk is going to play a huge role in that. And that that's going to be a very contentious issue in when it comes to try to keep the country sane. There are voices on both sides, both conservatives and progressives or liberals, whatever you want to call them, that they want, let's say some kind of ceasefire Can we turn down the heat for once? Can we have some kind of, common sense approach to things? We all want, there are people on both sides that we all want the same things, but then you realize who have pushed for the division, who have pushed for the gender ideology, who have pushed for the open borders, who have called the other side fascists, Nazis, destroying democracy, a threat to American freedom. This is not a both sides thing. Has never been, or at least it has never been in the past 10 years or so. It has been a constant eroding of the trust of the people and on everything. And people are waking up to the fact that we're the main liars. Who are the ones pushing a narrative that makes no sense? So I think that the problem with the Democrats right now is that there is no actual head. And the ones who have, the better odds of being candidates in 2028, I would say that it would be Gavin Newsom. But I don't think that Gavin Newsom would withstand an actual debate. That's what I think. That the guy is just another Obama. It's a misleading. His verbosity is misleading. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the battle language guy. The power pundit here. It's late here. I'm the power pundit. Much love and bliss.